special treat. I have blueprint cookies, or a blueprint cookie. Really, really good cookie, and I'm gonna eat it. I know I just did a cookies and milk video. I have some milk as well. But this is a special cookie. Unlike those not so good Oreos and Chips Ahoy I had that were a little bit stale. So, oh boy. So, they warmed it up a little bit, and it got a little mushy there, but still, I'm sure it's delicious. It's a German chocolate, so it's got like candy pecans and all kinds of like chocolate stuff on top of it. So this one might be messy, and I'll just get started, and I'm gonna read some NFL news because the season's about to start. Oh, maybe getting it warmed up wasn't the best idea, but that's what it looks like. It's very chocolatey. Alright. So I figured I'd read a couple like NFL news articles. Alright, so Rams wide receiver Kupp is visiting a specialist in Minnesota to further understand hamstring issue. So Kupp is getting an extra look at his hamstring a week before the NFL season kicks off. The star Rams wide receiver is in Minnesota today with a body specialist to further understand the root of his injury. Kupp first suffered the hamstring injury in a practice on August 1st when he pulled up during a route and left the session. The Rams described him as day-to-day, but the All-Pro then closed August with a setback. Although Rams head coach Sean McVay again characterized Kupp as day-to-day following the subsequent hamstring issue, it is unclear whether or not the wide receiver will be able to return to Los Angeles for their Week 1 opener against the Seahawks. Rappaport also reported that exercising caution for that matchup is the likely outcome, but he mentioned there remains no firm word on his status. Kupp has been the engine that made the Rams offense for several seasons now, so it's imperative he gets it right. If LA is to redeem itself, coming after an abysmal or dismal 5-12 campaign. The Associated Press Offensive Player of the Year. During the team's Super Bowl run a season prior, Kupp saw similar results through 9 games in 2022, with 75 catches for 812 yards and 6 scores, operating at the top of his talents, even as the team struggled to mount a championship defense. A high ankle injury knocked him out for the season's final 8 games, after which the Rams fell into a deeper rut. So, basically, Kupp, star wide receiver for the Rams, also a big fantasy football star. He's been struggling with this hamstring issue, and I'll tell you what, if the Rams don't have him, their offense is gonna take a big time hit, because he's ridiculous. bite of those candy pecans. Guys, this is like mush. It's so messy, but it's really, really good. It's it's so chocolatey. But that particular bite was like the candy pecans. Oh man. So I know I've been reluctant to say what state I'm in, but I will say, based on, if you look up this place, you're gonna see that they only sell them in one state. So that might be the giveaway. Cool. So let's see what else we got for news. We'll pop something for the 49ers. Let's see what's up with them. Anything interesting? Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Report. 49ers defensive end Nick Bosa may miss week 1. That's not good news. Nick Bosa was the defensive player of the year last year, and he led the league in sacks. I think he had 18 and a half sacks. I could be wrong, but it was something like that. But he's been holding out because he wants a contract extension. It's his last year of the contract. Oh. There's this fear that he'll end up leaving. I think they'll sign him, but it's just, I don't know. I guess maybe he wants a little too much money. But he deserves it, I think, in my opinion. Alright. So with the NFL season right around the corner, the big lower storyline for the Niners is the absence of Nick Bosa. He's held out the entire offseason. I'm gonna kind of paraphrase it instead of reading the whole thing, because the articles are kind of long. So the 49ers really want to have him, but they're worried that since the season's only about a week away, and that they're traveling to Pittsburgh, they don't know if Bosa's gonna make the trip. So Fowler said on SportsCenter that people are believing he's going to be the highest defensive paid player. Currently is Aaron Donald on the Rams, and he makes $31 million. Which is a lot of money for a defensive player. I mean, I remember about probably 5, 6, 7 years ago, 31 million was like the quarterback money. Because the quarterbacks are always the highest paid players. They're the biggest stars. They have to do the most. They have to make all the plays. They're the generals, I guess. So, but 31 for a defensive player is a lot of money. So there's apparently the 49ers and Bosa are trying to bridge a $4 million per year gap, which it's kind of funny. You're gonna pay the guy, 31, but you're not gonna pay him 35. At that point, $4 million just doesn't sound like that much money. Because for a normal person, that would be like trying to negotiate your salary from like $60,000 to like $62,000. It's like, well, that would be great, but This is a potential wrinkle in the 49ers' plans. Could be the lack of momentum with other pass rushing deals around the NFL, such as the Chiefs with Jones and the Carolina Panthers with defensive end Brian Burns. As Bosa may not look to be the first player off the market. So a lot of times, like the salaries and the going rate for these players is kind of based on the first big deal that gets made. So, and that kind of like sets the bar. So if one guy gets 30 and then the other guy's better, he's going to be like, well, I want more than 30. So I think maybe the 49ers are holding out to see if any other deals get made. So they kind of like are able to set the bar. Or they can go based on the bar that's set versus having to set the bar themselves. Interesting. Oh, it's good stuff, man. I'm enjoying this cookie. What's your guys' favorite cookie? We have a lot out here. It seems like these like craft cookie places are just all over the place, and they're open really late. It's like 11 p.m. right now, and I was surprised they were still open. But there's Crumble, there's like Midnight Cookies, Blueprint. We have a bunch of these like craft, fancy, big giant cookie places. Was not a fan of the Trey Lance trade to the Cowboys. When the 49ers traded quarterback Trey Lance to the Dallas Cowboys, there were going to be a lot of opinions. So obviously the Niners, if you follow the NFL, the 49ers traded 3 first-round picks to move up in the draft to draft him because they thought he was going to be a star. And after 2 years, they basically gave up on him and traded him. So they lost a lot of trade capital. There's a lot of theories as to why they let him go, but the 49ers essentially admitted, I think a couple days ago or something, that like we made a mistake. We shouldn't have drafted him, which kind of sucks because they gave up so much for him, and he really didn't get a chance. So I feel bad for the Niners, and I feel bad for Lance. It's just kind of like, and I feel bad for myself as a fan. It was just a really just messy situation. This is messy, guys. So Steve Young, former 49ers quarterback, doesn't like that they traded him to the Cowboys. He said, I have PTSD. In an interview that he had with the Chronicle, I feel like we should never trade anything to the Dallas Cowboys ever again after the Charles Haley disastrous mistake. You can easily say we traded away some Super Bowls when we did that. That's an overstatement, but I felt that way. Now let's clarify some things. First, Steve Young is sold on starter Brock Purdy. Young raved about how the force was strong with Purdy last year and this year prior to the Trey Lance trade. So it's yet to be seen what's going to happen with Trey Lance. You know, he could end up being a star. He's not going to have, he's likely not going to have much playing time, at least in the beginning. Obviously the Cowboys have a quarterback in Dak Prescott, and you know, some people don't love him, but he's fairly decent. You he's good enough to be a starter for sure. Some people, just are not. Don't think he's that great. Obviously the 49ers beat the Cowboys 2 years in a row in the playoffs, and Dak was not, in my opinion and in other people's opinion, it was, he underperformed. So, Dak really hasn't won like a big game, and he's been on the team, for a while. So, not to rag on the guy, but as a Niners fan, I don't like the Cowboys. So, should be an interesting year, guys. I'm excited. So the first game of the year is on Thursday the 7th. So this coming Thursday, Lions at Chiefs. It'll be a good game. And then Sunday the 10th, we have Panthers at Falcons. Texans at Ravens. Bengals at Browns. Jaguars at Colts. Buccaneers at Vikings. Titans at Saints. 49ers at Steelers. Cardinals at Commanders. Packers at Bears. Raiders at Broncos. Dolphins at Chargers. Eagles at Patriots. Rams at Seahawks. And Cowboys at Giants. And then Monday, the 11th, Bills at Jets. Should be good. I'm excited. I'm really excited for the season. It's been a lot. There's been a lot of drama for a lot of teams, but in particular the 49ers. There's been a lot of drama with the quarterback situation, and now with Nick Bosa, and them trading Trey Lance, and it's just been like, it's not been fun to be a Niners fan this offseason. But thankfully, Purdy looks like he's healthy and he's ready to go, and Sam Darnold is, a lot of different opinions on Sam Darnold. I like Sam Darnold. I think that he has not been in good situations like the Jets and the Panthers. When he was on those teams, they just weren't very good, and I think now he's on a team that's very good. So if he does have to come in, I think you're talking about like, you might have the best backup in football. So we'll kind of see how that goes. But guys, I destroyed that cookie. I'm very happy, very satisfied. Now I feel like I'm ready for bed. That was a big chocolatey cookie. But as always, guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please, if you're gonna buy something from Amazon, use that Amazon affiliate link. Doesn't cost you anything, and I get a small little commission. So help support the video, helps me buy new treats, things like that. And I appreciate you guys. Let me know what you guys want to see. I know that you guys make a lot of suggestions, and some of them I just haven't gotten to. I promise it's not to spite you guys. It's just sometimes I'm really trying to stick to a schedule of making these videos, and sometimes I'm like today I was like, oh no, my video is due tomorrow. I don't have anything. I'm like looking through my pantry. Like, I have nothing to do. I have nothing to make like a video with. So I looked it up and I'm like, let's get a cookie. Anyway, thank you guys. Take care. We'll see you soon, and happy holiday.